All right, our next progression for the trail arm is let's start using the club, but let's make the club light. So let's turn it around and hold the head. Good. Trail arm, go ahead and set up. Same width of stance, just like you did before. And now, same checkpoint, lead hand behind the trail elbow. The trail elbow will stay here in space, and now start to curl that hand up just like you did before. Exactly, good job. Same feel, good. Stop there, get to the top, right hand's nice and solid. Good checkpoint here too, is that kind of the shaft angles more or less kind of looking at the target line. You know, you don't have it, it's not too steep, it's not too flat, you know, more or less kind of have a little pitch to it.
Yeah, it's good.
Again, the trail elbow is nice and solid, the trail wrist is nice and solid. Now, you're hinging your wrist pretty good there. You have a lot of extension in the trail wrist. That's really good for our dynamic shots, the ones we want to hit hard, stronger loft, shaft lean. Now, if you're trying to hit a finesse shot within this base move, I'd want the same orientation of your body, stay down, curl up to this position. I just want less extension out of that wrist. So go back to the start and try to feel like the wrist stays a little softer and curl it back up to that same spot. Yeah, there's this less active hinge and extension out of the trail wrist. That keeps the club head a little bit lower. That keeps the club from hinging up so much. It also helps us feel like we can be a little softer on the way down, a little bit more passive. Again, if I'm trying to hit a finesse shot, I want to feel like this is more of a little soft toss down the line more than I'm trying to make a sidearm throw like I'm a pitcher. So try to feel a couple swings, yeah, that you're throwing the club down the line. You still have your secondary target out there, 5 feet in front. Yeah, I'd even like you looking at that as you do these. But try to feel that right wrist, or that trail wrist is really soft as you hinge it back and you throw it down like, yeah, that's your soft toss. Now let's make it more dynamic. Now let's start to kind of extend that trail wrist more. Yeah, hinge it up the line. The swing itself, as your body structure is pretty similar, you're just starting to activate the forearm and the wrist a little bit more to get the club move up the line, and that gives you a little more leverage to create speed on the way down the line. Good, man. Now let's take the club and let's switch it. Next progression, middle of the shaft. We're almost to the handle, bro. I promise, we'll get there soon. So middle of the shaft right here. Now set up, same posture, same thing. Same feel, elbow high, yep. Again, get your checkpoint. Curl the club up. Let's do some dynamic first. Yeah, there you go. Good job.
Ooh, I love
And you
this.
throw it down the line.
This is nice.
Body stays down, good. Throw it down the line, nice. Nice. Now, do it again. This time when you go through, Josiah, I don't want to see as much extension and hold off as you go through when you do this. I want this initially in the morning to be pretty passive. We'll do some of that extension and that move as we get to more aggressive swings, but for this base move, I want to see your follow through. Let me get over here, where your body stays more down in its flexion a little bit more. It's going to extend, but I don't want to see you actively extend it so much. Try that again for me. Yeah, there you go. Still throwing it down the line. Your eyes even stay down. You're just kind of throwing it down that line. Good job. Now do some finesse ones. So now don't actively hinge it as much. Feel like it's more of a soft toss. Awesome. And by holding it in the midpoint here, you just have more control of the club. The weight gets lower. You're more towards the balance point of the club. You're holding it near it, so the club doesn't really torque in your hand as much. Much easier to control the face and kind of have that spatial awareness of how the handle is controlling the head when we grip down. Now, the final progression, let's go to the handle. So now, trail hand only, on the handle, grip it like you normally would. So if you want to put your lead hand on first to make sure your trail hand's where it should be, good, and then take your lead hand off. Again, back of the hand behind the elbow. Excellent. Let's do some dynamic hinges first, where you feel like you kind of hinge it more aggressively. You get that secondary target in mind first. Always match everything up to there. Good. Keep that in mind. Nice. Body stays down. Yep. Just isolating really those trail arm mechanics, building coordination. Try to keep your body more down. Don't let it extend so much. Again, this is more soft. Yeah, this is softer. It's not so dynamic. Yeah, I want your body to actually work less. It's going to orientate itself around this motion, but it's not going to work so hard. Excellent, man.